see you on another edition of Bystanders at News 10 on Flip TV. I welcome you all on this program. All right, it's the 1st of February 2024. I say happy new month to everyone watching us all over the world. I'm Michael Adekunle. Let's move down to what we have today. Newspapers. All right, on the front pages of this the list, we have different stories there. We have the Nigerian Tribune newspaper at the news 10, the Nation newspaper, and the Punch newspaper. So the Nigerian Tribune. Senate summons CBN governor on state of economy. Senate summons CBN governor on state of economy. Down to the rider, CBN limits banks FX holding to curb speculation. Pressure on Naira persists. Pressure on Naira persists. Analysts say CBN's new directive has potential for currency appreciation. Naira tumbles to 1,455.59 at official market. To the next one, Femi Otedola named board of chairman of FBN Holdings. I have it on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Down the paper, EFCC uncovers religious body laundering money for terrorists. EFCC uncovers religious body laundering money for terrorists. Traces 7 billion naira to another. You can get this on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. To the next one, The Nation. What's The Nation saying this morning on its front page? CBN worries over banks' excessive forex exposure. CBN worries over banks' excessive forex exposure. To the next one, EFCC traces 7 billion naira fraud cash to religious body. EFCC traces 7 billion naira fraud cash to religious body or group. Agency uncovers faith-based groups laundering money for terrorists. It's another development in the country. Let's see the Punch newspaper. The Punch. CBN orders banks to sell excess dollars in 24 hours. The Central Bank of Nigeria orders banks to sell excess dollars in 24 hours. Ekiti Obas threatened to invoke Yoruba gods against kidnappers. Is that not funny? The Obas are threatening to invoke Yoruba gods against the kidnappers. Would that work?
Let them do it.
Let them do it. All right, I know people will react to this morning. EFCC probing Nigeria air deal, says Kiyamo on the last story. Reading to the viewers, Makinde gives companies with explosives 72 hours ultimatum. Makinde gives companies with explosive 72-hour ultimatum. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? I greet everybody. Thank you.
All right. This bystanders at stand. And I say thank you for coming. Where have you been? It's been a while.
I've been busy. My brother, I can't stay one place. The way Nigeria is now, you have to hustle around. If not so, hungry will kill you. You don't stay one place. But it's good for us at least to let our viewer to know what's happening in the country. Presently, a lot are happening. Kidnapping, scarcity of dollars. The monarchy say they want to evoke whatever, but the thing, everybody's hungry. A hungry man is an angry man, you know. They should expect this. They should expect it. What do you want the people to do? When you are seeing dollars are platinum, Christianity are backing dollars, EFCC recovery dollar. Recovery, what are they using it for? So the particular one is that the CPN giving 24 hours order to the banks. See, if Kadoso have come out and said, look, I gave you 24 hours. Make sure you release that your dollars you have in the bank and make dollars $1 to 500 naira. Nigeria will jubilate. Yes. You don't just say, I gave you 24 hours to make sure you sell your dollars. The dollars politicians are packed to their room or to abroad, go to airport. So that is, the economy is not working. Even this blue the change, I look for dollar to sell. Like this morning, dollars is 1,550. That means if you have $2,000, 3,100,000. The people abroad, they are happy. But we Nigeria here, whatever again, why can't they also come out and say, look, let $20 to $1 to 500 naira. Nigeria will support you. How they do it, how the bank do it, that is it. Instead of emergency, do that. You can't just tell them, say, I gave you 24 hours to roll out dollars. As I said, that's not statement. Bank no listen to you. Will you go to my bank and check what I have dollars? Yeah? That person, the CBN, the regulator management, but would they just go to a bank and said, where do I have dollars? The dollars, they are right hand of the politician. I'm telling you. So, yes. And now, EFCC recover money from the pastors. The pastors are helping them to loot the money to abroad. You see there, every pastor that holding their jet. And as I mean, using jet to travel. So the system has Tinubu should come to. It should do something. Everything is, I don't know, is it kidnapping? Look at the kitty. 2K was key, key. Kidnap student everywhere. Look at the battle. Eh? How do you think it? How do you know it's not bomb? So the match you see, things are happening. People are not happy. Schools, people are there in school, they are not writing anything. Labours are threatening. Increase minimum wage to 400,000. Are you getting me? So, what is it doing? You are saying just 7 months, 8 months. Is that what we are talking about? Something should be done. People are not happy. CBN giving order now because you know why? Because Senate summoning, even the Senate, I don't trust them. Is that Akpabio? But look at this trailer. Hey. You know all these Dangote's old trailers is carrying up and down. So the point is that now, yes, that also giving bank order that they should roll out dollars. Did you tell them how much would the bank sort it out? So are they going to sort it out to 1,500? That's a question CPS should answer. I believe he's going to answer a lot of questions on Tuesday. But the Senate have summoned him. That why dollar rising up? The Senate asked themselves, the economy is not working. Many companies are relocated to Ghana, other countries.
You were not here when we discussed the withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
Okay, yeah. I was.
And we have some groups saying that this will pose security threats to the nation. How do you see it?
You know why?
Side,
Niger is very close to our border, including all this Mali, whatever. You see, now under Tinubu government, it's not good at all. It's not good. It destroys his image. The other is watch. A lot is happening under Ecowas. You can see the duration of their Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger people. Their people were happy.
Malik, please keep an eye on that trailer. I'm not seeing what is going on behind me. Please.
You understand me?
They are
happy. You understand me? The people are happy because why? The ECOWAS, what is the benefit? What have we benefit for ECOWAS? There's a lot. What is about benefit? But I learned that the ECOWAS parliament now, they want to discuss with them now. They want to dialogue with them. Because if 3 countries exit, how many remain? Before you know, other people will join them too. That will be the end of ECOWAS. For me, Tinubu should dialogue with them. You should bring them together. There's no way Niger, all these Boko Haram, they're coming from there. Don't forget, it's very close to us. Before you know, they will bomb to our border, bomb to our country, start killing. So Before, don't forget that Niger army used to cooperate with our army, to guard the border. But now, if they separate, what did you happen? If Nigeria cannot defeat Boko Haram, it was Niger or Mali or Chad president that led troops to go and destroy some of these Boko Haram camp. Our army couldn't do that. Now, if we separate them, what did you happen? So, for me, the Tinubu should find a way, bringing them back. I get me, bringing them back. They said they are going to stay there for 6 months or 1 year. Allow them. But the African leader, president, they are not doing well. Just like Tinubu now. You came in for, dollar was how much? Petrol was how much? Now you think people will be happy with you just because they're just a dozer. If not so, that is supposed to happen in Nigeria. I get me. So, nobody knows the next. It happened in Mali. They were playing. It happened in Niger, Burkina Faso, more countries. I don't understand. Even the way Nigeria is going now, people are not happy. They don't like civilian anymore. So, Tinubu should do something. But otherwise, what you see, you don't like it. But if you go everywhere now, people are complaining. Is it transport, university, labor, people, they can't sell. You buy something for shop, you can't sell. Nobody buys.
What is going on in the
So I don't know.
Those school children
Different
are
groups
there,
are complaining that the president is out of the country.
Nobody gave them the
Facing,
money they want. Nobody
security
give them.
challenges.
They're stealing everywhere. Look at Ekiti.
Elders Forum, the Civil Society Organization,
They are just
complaining.
don't
Why
mind
is
them.
the president out of the country?
Don't mind those people. Where were they when the president was going? Where were they when Tola was moving subsidy? Where were they? So many things were happening. Where were they? They quiet. Now they are talking to the whole water. I don't understand. Tinubu has gone. He has gone. You see, the Tinubu believe that he's there. You are not doing anything. This we need to let them come out. The only thing I need Nigeria to do now, even the civil society, Nigeria, let them come out and put on the street and say enough is enough. We cannot be buying dollars of 1,500 something. We cannot be buying rice of 60,000. We cannot be. Look at bottled water. Look at plain water. A bag of plain water is going to 350. No light. Yes, diesel, everything. And you want Nigeria to die before you know to be better? No. You are telling us to be patient. Now you went to France with entourage, with dollars. Went there. And how many days now have I been in France? There's killing the kitty. Gradually, the bandits are coming to Lagos everywhere. Last time they kidnapped a PDP chairman in along Mowe Road. So, and you are paying because of money to the military, the police. What are they doing? All this money, why don't you give it to all these Nigerians? When you give it to Nigeria, everybody will. I always tell myself, I get to be. When I eat well, yes, I get back to confront whoever. If you don't eat well, can you confront anything? I get to be. Now, another thing, let them have state police. Let every state have state police. Don't say the government will use it. It's the federal government, I know it's the federal police. Let them, like Edo State, recruit people there, youth who are not working. Recruit them, put them in vigilante. Then Lagos people employ Lagosians. Put them for vigilante. Let them be guarding their local government. Instead of having one IG, one commissioner that cannot do anything. So I expect Tinubu to come and restructure the country. Let the country work so that people will believe him. Otherwise, the way he's going now, people are not happy with him. Everybody, even the land, the air, everybody is not happy with him. He should do something. I don't understand. So thank you very much. God bless you.
I hear you there.
Coming on board to express your feelings concerning funding and
You don't start talking again.
Good morning, Mr. Mai. How you doing? I'm very well. Talking about the withdrawal of Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger from Ecowas and different groups saying that this is uncalled for and it will pose security threats on the country, Nigeria. And I don't know, I think we've also discussed this here, that living, I think you said living ECOWAS. Doesn't make any sense, right? Are you the one to say that?
Well, it wasn't me, but I think I support that submission.
That
Well,
you supported
well,
their withdrawal, right?
listen, I support their withdrawal
Okay.
because the man, or should I say the country, that is the poster boy for democracy in West Africa is failing. ECOWAS is over 40 years old. And ECOWAS was inaugurated here in Lagos in 1970 something, I can't recall. Okay? There's a reason why that inauguration was done in Nigeria. Because Nigeria was accorded to be the leader of ECOWAS. We lost it when we failed in our democracy, when we failed to develop. Today, there are some Western African states that are even more developed than Nigeria. They enjoy even constant electricity than we do. All right? Nigeria should be the commanding force for West Africa in all ramifications. Morocco was supposed to be a part of ECOWAS. Morocco, Mauritania, they were supposed to be a part of ECOWAS. But when they saw the unseriousness of the leadership, they said, why should I follow these failures? They decided to remain with their northern brothers.
Just like Odunlade was saying here, yes, they can move away from France, but to say they want to move out of ECOWAS, good luck to them. Definitely, it's not supporting the country's withdrawal from.
Listen. There, of course, there are obviously, disadvantages and there are consequences why they have left. Both ways are going to be mutual consequences because we had always enjoyed free trade between those states of ECOWAS. Let me tell you that we buy one of the cheapest beans, honey beans. We buy the cheap honey beans from Niger Republic. As a matter of fact, we are their largest trading partner. Niger Republic, we buy their goats, we buy their cows, we buy their beans, white and red beans, right? Now, because of their withdrawal from ECOWAS, now, there will be some restrictions now. Okay, there will be some restrictions. But again, let me now go back to the crux of the issue. It's Nigeria has failed ECOWAS. The only reason why democracy is still sustained in so many countries is because the leader of democracy, which is America, is not failing. Don't forget. The day America fails in democracy, nobody will believe in democracy again. The reason why you see that America can go to some nation and tell them democracy is the best, eco-sustained democracy, is because Americans of today still practice the best of democracy. Their citizens are active. Their parliament is radical. Okay? So, and they set an exemplary leadership in democracy. So people can hardly query them. Listen, when you don't have that local standing or moral standing, you cannot ask people questions. Nigeria today cannot ask Niger that, why are you not practicing democracy? Niger will tell you that you were a practicing democracy. Waiting, you not help you. As a matter of fact, we Nigerians, people like Raf, have come here so many times saying that military to take over. And you think the Niger Republic are not listening to that? Of course, they are listening to it. So, ECOWAS was the future and the prosperity of ECOWAS is domiciled in our prosperity as Nigeria. But we are not prospering. We have enjoyed constant democracy for the last 24 years. Don't forget, Dubai transformed to what it was today within a period of 20 years. Then as Niger is saying that, look at Nigeria, they are even confused with that democracy self. The people we are supposed to learn from. Because they see us as mentors. They say, look at them. See the people we are looking to look at them, they are even confused. When PDP left, PDP came in, Yar'Adua changed all the policies of OBJ. OBJ said, let us privatize refinery. Yar'Adua came in, Yar'Adua destroyed the economic visions of OBJ, which was the same party. Jonathan came in, Jonathan also did his own Igboti. Then I said, these people, and this is not, see, democracy, people say democracy is not good. and they look towards Northern Africa, they can see that in Northern Africa they are practicing something more or less like aristocrats, monarchy.
Yes.
It's Ogamo could do it. Don't you know that it is what it is working people want to copy? Nigeria today, more people are saying that it is better we have a good ruler that can rule us for 30 years, provided he's good.
Yeah.
You think Nigeria can talk to Rwanda and Rwanda will listen? You think Nigeria can talk to Rwanda? Rwanda is not practicing democracy. Let us be fair. Because a leader has been on that seat since 1999. And he's still planning on extending his tenure. But we are positioning ourselves as what? As the what should I call it now? As the beacon of democracy in Africa. And yet our democracy is failing. Let us be serious. We need to look inward. We need to grow. Our parliament, which is the National Assembly, they must rediscover their purpose, because in every nation for democracy to strive, the National Assembly must be powerful, which is they must be radical. Today, US of A, UK, South Africa of recent have the most radical parliament, EFF led by Melema. And so, look at the other guys, which is the current president. I can't recall the name of the president of South Africa. You know, Melema wants to go for presidency. Then they tackle him. Melema is someone like Showore. He's telling them that no, this cannot happen. This cannot happen. Melema was fighting them. But in Nigeria today, all our senators and House of Rep, they're now one way.
One way to get it.
That is why it looks as if the president is powerful, because they are not tackling him. Every democracy, the National Assembly must be radical. Everybody cannot sleep and face the same direction. That is the purpose of democracy. Because the guys in the east are supposed to be saying this is what we want. The guys in the north will say this. So they always find a common ground. Look at this issue of regionalism. Look at this issue of resource control. Look at the issue of local government autonomy. All right? Ordinarily, when Buhari brought that issue up, right, why didn't the eastern people, the eastern senators, because we know that the easterners have been vying for what? Regionalism or succession, right? Why didn't the eastern senators, wherein most of them were former governors, why didn't they support the cause that no, we want local government autonomy? See, if Nigeria was ready to work, I am telling you and I will never miss the plenary of the Senate, because it will always be a tug of war. They will always be fighting themselves. Okay, no, we don't agree. They will always be, see, the president will be afraid, these people, because he will know that the only thing he can pass is something that will connect all of them together. But all of them are not serious.
They are not serious.
Look at Labour Party got to the Senate. We thought Labour Party were radicals. We have about 30 of them right in the National Assembly and in the federal, in the House of Rep and in the Senate House. None of them could stand up and say that we are not collecting this 160 million. We don't want it. We are not going to collect it. Yes. You guys can go. We are not collecting. Nigerians are suffering. Why did they speak up? Nobody told them not to speak up. Don't forget, those guys were not under duress. They did not put gun on their head. Don't forget. None of them. But because they lack a leader who doesn't have the balls. Obi came out to defend that money is for official use. Do you think it was a Melema? Melema in South Africa, I don't know if you know about Melema. Melema said that in democracy, people are not supposed to like you for saying the truth.
It's true.
Melema is a photocopy of Showore. But it is unfortunate that we are not ready in Nigeria.
Your statements over Showore, we have mentioned what you were saying that but you love Showore ideas and policies, but you never supported him. Rather, you choose Tinubu's idea. Why?
Listen, I like Showore over the years, all right? But of course, the 2023 presidential election was a unique one, all right? And I don't regret voting for Tinubu. That has been done. Because Tinubu has always been known to be a radical politician. That is the known fact. Because of his radicalism, that is why he was able to fight OBJ. That is, I mean, is a fact that in the past, Tinubu single-handedly fought OBJ when OBJ was trying to suppress him.
But you love Showore's ideology.
Listen, there's no two truths can coexist. I can love Showore, I can love Tinubu. Do you know that you can help a child get a job, but you cannot help him to do the job? That's the truth. That is just the plain truth there. That is not the. There are so many people who will. You get them a job, but when they get on that job, they begin to mess up. I mean, there are so many ministers, even in this current administration, a person like Nuhu Rubadu. Nuhu Rubadu, everybody, I can tell you that if you ask 10 Nigerians, they will tell you that Nuhu Rubadu would have outperformed what he's doing today. But now he's there, he's not doing anything. The people are surprised that, Nuhu Rubadu, how come? It is akin to the fact that sometimes you employ someone with a fantastic CV, but when he gets on the job, he starts messing up. Do you get my point? For me, supporting Showore doesn't mean I have now started hating Tinubu. But when it comes to the level of Alutaism, or what should I call it now, radicalism, Showore is not at that level with Tinubu. We know that. As of today, Showore is still doing that course. But I can say categorically that every Nigerian wish that the person they support has that mindset of Showore. But unfortunately, people will not go out there and support Showore. Why? Because everybody seems that it doesn't have that political value to win election. That's why I'm saying that we Nigerians are not ready. Okay, we are not ready. If Niger feel that they want to exit Ecowas like they've done, who are we? Because we don't have that value. They look at us as people who is not. See, do you know that a poor father who did not train his child cannot query his son? Are you not aware? A father who is poor, you are not responsible towards your child's growth. You didn't look after your child, and over the years your son became whatever he is. Probably became wayward, or he became very rich. If that child feels like coming back to you, it is your own volition. You don't have the right to call him. The guy will tell you, "Oh, guy, you gave birth to me and you didn't look after me. You are an irresponsible father." You get my point? So we as Nigeria in ECOWAS, we were an irresponsible father to every other Western African state.
Now, do you think the sanctions were placed on them was good enough? Because I think this is one of the things they cited, and one of the complaints they made.
Let me tell you, the most important thing they said was the very purpose why ECOWAS was created has been derailed. ECOWAS was created to copy what we call European Union. European Union has a standard. Every member of European Union must ensure that its country is developed, must ensure that a minimum standard of education is achieved by the population, a minimum standard of health infrastructure is in place, and the body goes out there to monitor and checkmate each EU state, so that all of them can be at par, so that they won't have issue of population overrunning each other. And that is where Nigeria should have played. Nigeria should have led by example, whereby in Nigeria today, if we were having good education, good health infrastructure, we'll be able to go to Togo and tell them, "Togo, what is happening? You guys are not meeting up. What is happening? According to our agreement, this is where we are supposed to be. Your population, which is less than 20 million, you are supposed to have nothing less than 5,000 primary health centers. Why are you having 1,000? Because back home, we are doing our job. But today, can Nigeria go to Cote d'Ivoire and tell Ghana, do you know that Ghana insulted us when we were trying to interfere in some of their politics? They told us, "You guys see that you guys that cannot even manage 24 hours power electricity." You imagine? Because we see ourselves as the leader, but the leader that is failing, how can you call on your followers? It's impossible. So Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali saw this, and they said there's no need for this. There's no need for us to keep following a failure. So we need to look inwards, and this is not a a fault of Tinubu. For those people who are shallow-minded, for the myopic people and parochial people who might be listening to me, this is not as a result of Tinubu. We failed. Nigeria has been failing since 1977.
I don't think this will have negative impact on our security, but there won't be collaborative efforts.
Before they left, were we not having issues on security? As a matter of fact, I think this will even give us a better room to even secure our borders. I think it was because of the Ecowas we didn't bother to build some infrastructures across the northern borderlines. Listen, we need to go back inwards, fix our country, then we will now revisit them. If we can recover our country in the next 8 to 12 years, I am telling you, if we call Niger, will you come back to Ecowas? They will come. That is if we are able to do it. If Nigeria, in the next 12 years, become a state that you cannot find one single pothole, become a state that everywhere is filled with milk and honey, our passport can access nothing less than 160 countries visa-free. I am telling you, Niger will come and start kneeling to us. Why do you think we are going to America? We go to them, please teach us how to run our government. We are begging them that we want to be a part of the G20. You can see that Dubai wants to be a part of BRICS. You can see that Egypt are begging to join BRICS. What's it called? BRICS, which is, I can't recall the B. Russia, India, China, or something. I can't remember. What does that B stand for? I can't recall. But the BRICS bloc. So I think South Africa is part of it too. Now, you know why Dubai and Co are begging them? Because those countries are successful. Nobody wants to associate with a failure. And Nigeria has been failing not today. Nigeria did not start failing in the last 8 months. Nigeria has been failed since when we came back in our democracy in 1999, because we have not led through, we have not led what we call good democracy. And unfortunately, this is where we find ourselves.
Thank you so much, Lee. I appreciate you. Matthew, good morning to you.
Emilio Khan.
How are you doing, Matthew?
That is Emilio Khan, Lee himself.
Yeah, right.
I'm fine, by the grace of the living God.
All right, we're talking about insecurity, and this also is part of what we are facing in the country. The civil society organizations told the President Tinubu that the withdrawal of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso is a security threat in the nation, and that's what we are looking into today. To you, do you see it as a threat on our security?
Yes, it's a threat. Yes, of course, because the implication is it's not just about the because there's already a diplomatic row between Nigeria and even Niger, going by the way Nigeria managed the crisis that erupted in Niger as a result of the military junta. But however I look at it, Nigeria share border with Niger in about 7 states. And look at most of the issues that have to do with influx of Fulani herdsmen, unknown government associated with herders. It has to do with influx of Fulani from these areas. So if Nigeria is having diplomatic row with Niger, it will be difficult for Nigeria to collaborate or to have collaboration or synergy of Niger government in combating crime and criminality. But I think it is what Nigeria should do as a country is to strengthen her security agencies, particularly the Air Force and the military. Because the way it stands is like you are on your own. Nigeria is a sovereign state. It's like Niger is no longer going to cooperate with Nigeria when it comes to maybe fighting insecurity. And the way it is, I think the evil the former government pampered is now rearing its ugly head. I'm talking about Muhammadu Buhari's government. Because when that government needed to take decisive action against killer herdsmen, against excesses of Fulani herdsmen. They did it. And now we are seeing serious level of insecurity. Though it's not yet clear whether the killing of the monarchs in Ekiti State, the abduction of school children, whether it's associated with herdsmen. But before now, almost all such activity is known to be perpetrated by herders. So, as a people, as a country, from my own experience, the best way to address the level of insecurity we are seeing is to decentralize the security architecture. Is to allow states to form their own security outfits. Is to allow Amateku that have been formed by the southwestern states to bear sophisticated weapons like AK-47, like AK-49, to develop capacity to fight those bandits.
But they carry arms in those states.
It's not just enough to carry arms. We're talking about the capacity or the level of arm that will have the capacity to challenge the kidnappers, the bandits. If you have Dane gun and somebody hasn't AK-47, it's not the same thing. If you have double barrel, you can only shoot twice. You cannot compare that with somebody who is having AK-47 with a magazine of 150 rounds. So it means that person can shoot continuously for 150 as long as he places his hand on the trigger. 150, he will dispense 150 bullets. And you may have extra magazine that once you finish that, you remove it, you slot in another magazine. So it is about capacity.
So always talking about religious order, also getting involved in corrupt practices. And we have the EFCC going after church for receiving 7 billion naira. And let's quickly read the story together. I think we discussed this before the commencement of the program this morning. Now, the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, has revealed that the anti-graft agency traced the sum of 7 billion naira suspected to be proceeds of money laundering to a religious organization. He said another religious group was found to be laundering money for terrorists. Yes,
they should stop playing to the gallery. This same way Buhari government was everywhere, telling us that they have discovered names of people sponsoring terrorism. More than 6 years, he's no longer in the saddle. Before he left office, they were not able to name even one person, make the name of one person public, as to tell us that yes, this is one of those sponsoring terrorism.
So you don't see this as a news?
I said I played to the gallery. Why don't they should bring out the information, arrest whoever is culpable, put him on trial. Nobody is interested in all these. You see, that is why I do not easily buy into all these rhetorics. Like what the government is telling us, all the promises they have made about how to cushion the impact of social rumba on Nigerians. Are we sure they are still going to visit all those areas? We are telling us that a religious organization, perhaps a church, is involved in money laundering, and that before you wanted to do anything, the church quickly rushed to secure a court order. But before the church secure court order, you have all your information. You have gotten all your information you needed. What of arresting and putting the person on trial? So until I see in written terms the person, organization, person being arrested, put on trial, I don't easily believe government institutions, Nigerian government institutions, when they speak like this, because we have heard enough of it under Muhammadu Buhari.
So you want their names out?
Not just the name, we want action. It doesn't matter if you want to get it right. If a Tinubu government want my support, if you want to get it right, you don't go and look at the woman of justice, that symbol. They blindfold the lady. They put a weighing balance on her hand. So the perception is when she weighs the issue. He doesn't know who is involved. Where anywhere he balances, he strike. So there's no bias. I said it often here that if you want to fight corruption, do it in all ramifications, irrespective of who is involved. Even if Jonathan is found to be corrupt, arrest him, put him on trial. If an IBB is found to be corrupt, arrest him, put him on trial. If an Emebele is indicted and is corrupt, arrest him, put him on trial. For me, I am not interested in telling us that a religious body. Arrest whoever is involved. Bring out the evidence. Don't you see Ibori in Nigeria? Escaped from Nigeria. He was discharged and acquitted in Nigeria. When he went to UK, he pleaded guilty. You know why? They confronted with overwhelming evidence. So the church you are talking about, confront them with the evidence they will own up. What I would say, I'm not interested in playing to the gallery.
All right, thank you so much, Matthew.
Thank you for having me.
Matthew said he's not interested in playing to the gallery.
Playing to the gallery, yeah. It's true.
All right, amid insecurity, we have the Northern Leaders Forum, Neze Indigo, calling on the president to come back to the country and see to the issue currently affecting the nation.
Where is he? Mr. President has been shuttling between Nigeria, France. What is he doing in France? Tinubu is more interested on Ecowas issue than Nigerian issue. In recent time, we found out that he has been sneaking out, telling nobody where he was going. And presently, nobody knows. But we found out he has been what? Going to France, coming back, going there, coming back to France. What issue? The same ECOWAS issue, Niger issue. We have serious issue here.
Are you sure it's ECOWAS?
No, it's supposed to. No, there is problem in Nigeria, in Niger, everywhere in West Africa here.
But you never announced it.
We are having issue of insecurity in Nigeria. Tinubu has been going to France all the time now. They always see him at the airport.
You said the ECOWAS issue.
ECOWAS issue is bordering on the fact that the exit of Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. That is an issue now that is troubling him because he wants federal government to at least buy the heart of the West, our former colonial master, to fight Niger back. Is that his concern? That's why he's not around. We're having a security issue here. He's dodging France, Nigeria, France. Our problem, let us solve it first. It is very important to fight a good fight in your home before stretching your neck looking at another man's home or family.
But Niger has never told you that it's fighting us.
Okay, no. I'm not saying Niger is fighting us. I said we have issue in Nigeria, issue of insecurity. Then Tinubu is going to France, meddling with them, aligning with them. What? To help bring back their weapons against Malians, against the people that are absconding from ECOWAS. See, they have exited and there's nothing you can do for them to come back because those Francophone countries, they have seen what we have not seen over the years, many years. Niger now is going to wake up by the grace of God. They are one of the greatest producer of what? Uranium. Uranium is costlier than crude oil.
What I'm trying to say is that the president didn't state that the purpose
of going to France is because of that. No,
the countries that pulled out of ECOWAS.
No, Mike.
It wasn't stated in the news. That's what I'm just trying to say. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. There are investigative journalists.
It's a private.
Issue. You don't make things private. Nigeria does not belong to his papa. Whatever he's doing, he must make it public. We don't do things like that. Democracy is not for an issue of you handling a whole country as if you are handling your kitchen constituency. It is for us. We are the owner of where they call us Nigerians. That's why sometimes I wonder why Igbo man should be troubling himself. Because Nigeria don't do things. The Biafrans, the Igbos are doing things. If I could be the head of my family, there's no need of doing muli 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 with my wife without telling my daughter, my son, they must be aware. We do everything together. So if he has been going to France without telling anybody, it's wrong. You see what is happening in Ekiti? It's insecurity. 2 kings were killed, assassinated on the highway. You must know it. You see what Benue State were killed. Then almost 30 Agatu communities were sacked in Benue State. Agatu. Yes. Is that good? Is it because Ekiti State is bordering northern Nigeria? That's why Ekiti people should not sleep and cover their 2 eyes. Was that how it was when Obasanjo was there? Was that how it was when Babangida was there? So Tinubu should do everything squarely. Cover the southeast. Of course, you don't want them to go. Secure them there. Cover the mid-belt. Of course, you don't want the mid-belt forum when they were agitating for what? Secession. To go. You don't want them to go as well. Same thing Yoruba land. That agitating for Dua Republic. You don't want them to go. Secure here. Now, bandits has taken over the whole mid-belt. They are spreading their tentacles to south. And somebody is talking about another person's headache, while his own is worse than migraine. Go home and treat yourself. Leave another man's issue. See, let me tell you, you think that we don't know where he has been going. Some of you, but we know what he has been going. What he has been doing. See, each of Ecowas is going to resurrect again with time. Because they won't like Mali to be in this on this geography. Burkina Faso
done the best by pulling out of ECOWAS.
See, he said they have done the best. By pulling out.
Out of the block.
Do you know ever the meaning of ECOWAS? Has it ever been affected your life? The fact that we are economic community of West African states. Does it change anything? Is there anything at all you will tell me that we being a member of ECOWAS has been doing to us? Don't you see that those ECOWAS countries, they know that Nigeria has been rigging election? They know that we have been rigging elections, our political class here. And they are telling you that democracy is the best. Each and every time they reconvert as ECOWAS member states. Democracy is the best. No military rule. Gang up. West Africa, stand up against military rule. Military rule is bad though. Way back home, Nigerian political class, the same people that are announcing for democracy, fighting for democracy. Anytime ECOWAS member nation reconvene, come together, they are the same class, political classes that rig election here. Is that the side effect of ECOWAS? ECOWAS member nations should join hands and fight their internal problems. But each and every time they violate you and I here, our human rights, soldier kills anyhow. Can a soldier kill a Côte d'Ivoire? Can a soldier misbehave in Abidjan? You will see what the indigenous of that country will do. ECOMOG, we headed ECOMOG, we helped Liberia fought their problem, 90s, 89. Samuel Doe, Yomi Johnson and Charles Taylor. Then there came who? Salif Johnson, a woman. Then currently, or maybe they have, he has lost election. I think George Weah. You see how we've left our home? We went to Liberia, and Liberia is working today.
We went to Liberia and liberated Liberia.
Thank you. Have you liberated yourself? You went to Liberia, that place now is working. Yes. What have we done to your country? Nigeria is a limping giant. A giant whose 2 legs are condemned. Nigeria is what? A lean giant. A giant, if you look at it, is full of bones and ribs. Giant bone. A sleeping giant is different from sleepy giant. And we are both too. Mike, are you listening to me? What has he done economically to make sure that he changed the situation of this country? Don't you see that Ondo were protesting yesterday? Not for anything, but hardship. Iko Gari, Benti Gari was in 2,000 naira. Nigerian diaspora. The record of rice is now 1,002. Call, make call. Put call across. Make sure the person is living in Lagos. Make call, put call across. 1,200. A family of 4 can eat at least 3. 1, 2 times 3. You have 3,006. Are you listening to me? Is this a country you call Nigeria before? Huh? The sleeping giants, the African giants we know. The Malaysians, they came here and took back, collected from us, Pankana seedlings. They took these Pankana seedlings back to Malaysia. Today, Malaysia is become the greatest producer of palm oil. A gallon of palm oil is sold up to 5,000 naira in Nigeria. Now we get them. Now we get them. Now we get them. Is that what we call a country? Was this what Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Awolowo, and the rest of them fought for? Antonio Nahoro, Mokubo Okoye, and the rest of the elderly statesmen. What do you call them? The nationalists. Can you compare Nigeria to the like of Senegal? The great nationalist then in Senegal was Leopold Senghor, a teacher. He went to France and read and come back, and Senegal is working today. If you look at somebody from Senegal, you know. Look at how they are shining on so-called AFCON. Not you like Sadiq Mane. Look at Nigerian players. What is in their hearts is love when they're on that field. But on arriving, immediately their plane touches down at MMA. By the time Mohammed Airport, everybody will explode into hatred and ethnic divisions. This one na Yoruba, this one na Hausa, this one na Igbo. Division will start. Is that the kind of Nigeria you dreamt for? See, let me tell you, Tinubu should sit down here and fight insecurity. It should sit down here and work hard for our own economy to be stabilized. Are you listening to me? So what we are now trying to profile is, we are trying to profile the man called Nnamdi Kanu, who is languishing in jail. We must profile him and know his kind of person. And if my own is on, I will read out the prophecies from the legend, Nnamdi Kanu. All his prophecies has what accomplished. The right thing this regime should do is to go into that place and allow Nnamdi Kanu to be. Nnamdi Kanu is not responsible for the assassination of the 2 Ekiti Obas on the highway. Nor is he the one, assailant among them, that abducted those school children in Ekiti. Innocent pupils. You are holding it because it's from Igbo land, and you are telling me that Nigeria will grow. Nnamdi Kanu is not responsible for Nigerian wars. He's not the one gingering all those senators to siphon billions and billions, and none of them has been brought to book. If they want to fight corruption, they make sure that that person is from Southeast. Make sure that that person is from another place. They will fight him instead of fighting corruption squarely. Now, I have a question for you. You've been questioning me since. Let me question you. Why is it that better, Edu, the Ministry of thank you, Alleviation, they arrested him. They were able to profile him. He siphoned 850-something million naira. Not was about to, not trying to. He is 100% guilty of that offense. Then when the lady was jubilating in the church, God, I don't become a minister of whatever in the church. Every Nigerians, we are jubilating. Hey, God. Now our money. Why are people arresting? Why are people worrying him? Why you not go talk to him when he was she was on the altar? Madam, lady, if you go there, don't steal. I'm the pastor of this church. The way where they jubilate here, if you go there, don't steal money. If you steal money, not be from my God again. Because there are many of your likes at Chicago, Illinois. Very young girls, senators. They are all among the congressmen in America. They just come out and serve as a steward. They will serve Americans. That girl, Chicago, Illinois, the young girl at the age 18, she is serving because she went there how many years ago? She is still serving. She's not a matured woman because she's a good woman. She has been siphoning money. Americans, they will never ever re-elect her. Listen to me. Don't thief money. I'm now speaking as what? A man of God, servant of God, man of God, man of God. When they go there, they will be preaching. Don't say anything against man of God. Thou shalt not what? Anyone harm my prophet. Thou shalt not touch my anointing. Nor do my prophet any harm. Nigerians. Anytime they see man of God, hey, na man of God. Oh. Don't talk, don't correct him. Oh. Like now, we are aware that someone was laundering money for these politicians, a clergy, a man of God. And they don't want to finger him because he is a man of God. If you finger him, your government will collapse. God will turn his back on your government. Mike, I am a man of God with a difference. That's me. If you're a man of God, you are a man of God. If you are a man of God. Oga, nobody is God. Oga, nobody is God. Fish the culprits out. The person that laundered money for our what voracious politicians who are stealing our money. Some clergy, some so-called, some of the so-called men of God are laundering money for them. Bring them out. Why are you afraid? You are afraid because if you touch that man of God, he will open his mouth. You will find out that even the office of the presidency is not left out. The lawmakers in the house, all of them, they are involved. That's why they don't want what? Expose him.
Investigation is still going on.
Investigation is still going on. Investigation on my foot. Where is Abba Kyari, the Super Cup? Investigation is still going on. America is demanding for his head. Investigation is still going on. Where is Magu and the whole money he siphoned from us? Where is Aisha Buhari? Can you compare the amount of money Aisha Buhari siphoned into UAE to that of Patience Jonathan? And Buhari wanted to crucify Patience. What is Tinubu saying about Aisha? No, she's an angel. I don't come again. See, let me tell you, Mike, time shall come when we will use our tongue to count all our dentition. Yes, because we are sleeping as Nigerians. We are overdosile and complacent. Docility is the disease that is suffering the whole Nigerian youth. Apple. Muika Apple. Nigerian youth, my foot. They are singing music. They are singing all manner of nonsense. Instead of use musical to fight this kind of discrepancies, political discrepancies in our system, you are singing about uhu. Thank God, oh, I've been a leg, I've been a breast, I've been a yach. You're mad. You don't have good message for us to change, to bring another political orientation into our system. You keep on singing, all in the name of entertainment, and what you are singing, you are not happy. Your country. Look at United States of America. I know of 1992-93, 2 live crews, man. They were trying to correct American society. They tell you that this American society you see is what? Fake. Because all the system in America is against the black. And they are fighting it till today. Nigerian youth are fighting themselves. Nigerian kidnappers are kidnapping the innocent Nigerians. Leaving those politicians that are thieves. Fulani man killing those Tuaba. What did those Tuaba do? What did those elder men do? What was their offense? They left the men culprits who are the politicians. They are killing innocent locals in the bush. Ambushing what? Innocent farmers that are suffering, slitting their throats. Because this part of the world, we have who? Fulani as Muslim pigs.
Thank you so much. And on this note, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us tomorrow for another interesting edition. I remain Michael Adekami. Thank you so much, all the viewers watching us. Say goodbye. Have a blessed day.